everyone, and welcome back to No More Heroes on the Nintendo Wii. I am One More Sheep yet again, and today, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to do some more overworld and side mission grinding that we have grown to, well, not really grown to love because we've only had one part of doing it so far. But yeah, we got some more grinding and side missions to do, so huzzah.
Hi, this is Diane from Beefhead Videos. This is a message from Mr. Travis Touchdown. Just calling to remind you that you haven't returned one of our rentals. Let's see here. It's titled Big German Jugs Collection number 23. Be sure to return it soon. Have a nice day.
Congratulations, Mr. Touchdown. Your registration for the 9th UAA rank is now complete. Thank you very much for your cooperation. In addition, we have faxed you some information about the rankings in case you wish to continue your ascent. As a friendly reminder, there will be a small nominal fee to participate in ranked fights. Thank you for your understanding, and have a nice day.
I just realized something. He has a Nintendo 64 on his shelf. Oh my god, that's amazing. Who knows Traffic Touchdown such good taste in video game systems. But yeah, let's just exit this place. And now that we've actually beaten the second mission of the game, we have a lot more available to us in the overworld. We have the ability now as well to change our clothing. We can buy new clothes, along with buff up our stats and get ourselves a brand new spanking beam katana and get a bunch of upgrades for that. I have no idea what we're going to first, so I'm assuming we're getting the beam katana first. Sorry. Well, I can barely turn apparently. I'm drunk. Dear God, I look like I'm drunk. What's going on with me playing this one? Yeah, I'm getting the beam katana first. So Dr. Naomi's lab, which is right behind our house, very fortunate location, so it isn't far to go, is where we meant to go for this thing. And trust me, you do need to have quite a bit of money if you want to get all the beam katanas in the game. And one thing that I found really strange is actually these beam katanas you can get hold of. These are the key to unlocking the good ending of the game. Because to beat the game 100%, to get the good ending, you need to get every model of the beam katanas you can, which means getting through the game through and through, buying all the upgrades, buying all the things as they get unlocked, which means a lot of grinding, ladies and gentlemen, you know, so there's that. But I do recommend picking up the beam katana upgrades whenever you can, because they are very helpful to get. Now we got the first of many Tsubakis, and the Tsubaki mark, I can't remember what mark it is. There's one version of it that has like 5 different hilts, and it's just amazing. That's one of the best weapons in the game, which I can't wait to get to, because it just demolishes people, you know. Not as much as the final weapon, which is just stupidly powerful, but I'll talk about that when I get to it. I'm getting a bit ahead of myself. This is a 20-part LP, you know, folks. We're in this for the long run. But anyway, driving on up by here, we have access to Area 51. This will be the only time I'm going to this place in the game, because I honestly don't feel the need to really customize my character too much, considering his normal clothing looks good enough as it is, you know. It's the titular character's design, you know. I don't want to mess with his design too much. But if any of you guys have this game and you guys want to customize your character, this is where you can go to gain access to a lot of clothing, you know. Although this isn't the only way to get new clothes in the game, you can... When you're going throughout the overworld, you'll find a lot of dumpsters throughout the city. And if you really want to, you can just simply destroy the dumpsters, and clothes can occasionally be in them that you can pick up and wear for Travis, you know. But you can get tons of different designs here. There's like a bloody design for some things, and honestly, I just think the best design for Travis is probably his default, you know, what he comes with. I purely think it's because he's on the box up with all this sort of stuff, and I just gotten used to him after playing through the game so much. By so much, I mean for 3 LP parts worth. But, you know. But anyway, we are not quite done with the new stuff that I've unlocked. We also have access to Thunder Ryu. And Thunder Ryu is basically Travis Touchdown's teacher. He teaches him in the ways of battling and dueling and what have you. And his place has a bit of a callback to the old Rocky themes. Well, Rocky films, I should say, not themes. Because the music in this place is actually a callback to Eye of the Tiger, which is one of the greatest songs ever made, by the way. If none of you has ever heard that song, trust me, check it out. It's a good song. Or watch the Rocky movies, because they're all good stuff. And here's some pretty weird things to say. Yeah, get you naked, now stick your back out. Well, I mean, what's going on here? I don't want to know. It's terrifying. But yeah, we do training with this guy, and he has a very big thing for the word that. Every few seconds, he has this verbal tick where he goes, that. And he just says it in such a way, because it's encapsulated, so... Ah, so you want that, do you? Yes, that. But I digress. Anyway, these are just basically very easy minigames that involve motion controls in order to buff up your stats. This dumbbell minigame, this training minigame, well, you'll only really do this once or twice during the course of the entire LP and game. It's very rare minigame to get a hold of. But what it does is it actually increases the combo that you can do with the beam katana. So be sure to do this as quick as you can. And then you have this minigame by here with the bench press. As you'd expect, just mash the button. This is, if you ever played any Mario Party game, this is child's play, you know. Mario Party game is just nothing to this. Actually, no, I should say Canary Mary and Banjo-Tooie. If you beat Canary Mary and Banjo-Tooie, you beat this. And oh, I hated Canary Mary and Banjo-Tooie, but I'm getting a bit off track. I can rant about Canary Mary when I get to my LP of Banjo-Tooie in the future, which I'm not looking forward to. Well, I'm looking forward to the LP, I'm just not looking for that sequence in the LP. But anyway, just mash the button, and eventually you'll get through just fine. You do have a time limit to beat these things, and if you fail the time limit, you'll have to pay again to do these to do these minigames again. So, that's just a bit thing to be noted of. But by doing that, we gain extra strength, allowing us to do more damage to our enemies. And now we need to do swats. Basically, you sort of fling the nunchuck and Wii remote downwards and sort of go nya, nya, like you're riding a horse. Probably the worst description I could possibly give this. But basically, continuously swipe the Wii remote and nunchuck down for a number of times, and I like to get in a good rhythm. If you can get in a good rhythm with this, you can get through it just fine. And this will give you a little bit bigger heart, you know. You'll have a bigger heart, so you'll have slightly more health to deal with, you know. Which is all handy, well and good, and I can't complain too much about that. But yeah, with that, I'm going to skip a bit of the world for a little bit so we can gain access to the next assassination gig that I missed out on the last time we were in the free area, which is basically we need to kill enemies a lot. We need to kill enemies a lot. I am good with the words, you know, and of course I'm cutting this one out as well. So just when you get this mission, go in here and kill everyone you see. You get a load. The amount of money you can earn from this mission depends on the amount of people you kill, and there is a maximum amount of people in this room that you can take care of. But anyway, what you're seeing right now is what happens when your battery runs low. Your beam katana will run out of battery, and you will not be able to hurt anyone around. So just be careful of that. And whenever you have this particular beam katana, the Tsubaki, what you'll find is the charge attacks are devastating. They will drain your energy like you won't believe. So when you have Tsubaki, at least starting out with a Tsubaki without many of the upgrades you can get, I don't recommend using the charge attacks, because no. Later beam katanas and power-ups, sure, start using the power-ups, just not right away, because charge attacks are bad, you know. But yeah, as you can tell, we have a bit of a bigger range, and the combo's a lot faster and a lot more rapid. We can do a lot more with this beam katana, you know, folks, which I'm happy about. Like, honestly, as time goes on, you'll just get more and more powerful, and you really do feel like you're making progression as time goes on. But, yeah. I have to be honest, I hate getting knocked down, though. whenever the enemies knock you down, you have to do this weird thing where you have to wiggle the analog stick and just mash all the buttons in order to get up. So it's kind of weird. I don't really like it. I'd prefer you could just get knocked down and immediately get up. But I didn't design this game. Maybe it's the reason they did that. But I digress. There's some extra money for us, some extra moolah. So yeah, 30 grand LBs. Ooh. Saucy. I can't argue with that. Yes, I gotta get some caviar. Cheese and crackers. I have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about. But now we've done that, it's time to move on by here to gain access to the next job that we have access to. Now, like I said before, when we do jobs, if we need to get a silver medal or higher in these jobs to unlock the assassination missions, so just be aware that you need to get at least the middle ground of the rankings in order to unlock everything. And this next mission is actually a fairly simple one. It can be a bit awkward to control, I suppose, but it's very simple. We're mowing the lawn. And I don't think I'll ever see this again, but I can't believe this. They made a lawn mowing minigame fun. I don't know how. It takes some skill to make mowing the lawn an entertaining thing. And it's purely because of the Wii Remote motion controls. And it's strange for me to say that, because a lot of people who know me know I'm really against motion controls. I'm not a big fan of them, you know. If I have a traditional controller, I will want to use that. Granted, I don't mind motion controls, because sometimes they work, like in the case of this game, but this is more like the exception than the norm. Either way, the God of Lawn shall shine upon you, as you have to... Basically, you have to use motion controls to control the lawnmower, and I don't know, it makes it really fun. And I think it's purely because the controls are really weird. Like, you have to move the A button to go forward and the B button to go backwards, and you have to rotate the Wii Remote left and right to turn. And basically, if you hold down the Z button, you can turn a lot quicker, where he does this sort of weird animation where... You'll see it in a minute. But yeah, the big thing about this is literally going over all the patches of grass and just mowing the lawn. It's riveting gameplay! That's all I can really explain it as, riveting gameplay. But what I do recommend for this to get an easy gold rank, or get as much of these done as possible, because it is possible to get all of these acres done. It's very difficult to get all the acres of grass done, but it is possible. What I recommend is going through the outer edges of the area first and sort of work your way in a swirly pattern, and that tends to work out. But yeah, it's a bit awkward to control, and that's probably the big reason why it's so fun to play, you know, because I don't know. You're not seeing right now, but I'm sort of waggling my Wii Remote left and right like an absolute maniac, going, yeah, whoa! I love that animation whenever you hold down Z button and do tight turns. It's just, what? Whoa, someone stop this crazy thing! But yeah, we're mowing the lawn. There's nothing much more I can say about it, that's all we're doing. I'm just shocked at how fun it is. I don't know. It looks boring. Trust me, it looks boring as hell. You're just mowing a lawn, but it's fun. I assure you. Whoa! Oh, God. This game does have a lot of charm to it, you know, I'll be perfectly honest. It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. Oh, cool, I did get all the lawn done. I'm surprised. I'm not sure if I could get... I thought it was only my practice when I managed to do this. I'm shocked that I got it in recording, because that's a rare thing to do. Like, it's a really rare thing to get all the lawn done, and that is quite a bit awkward. But hey, with that, we gain another introduction ticket, allowing us to gain access to yet another assassination mission, which is going to be fun. And in fact, we actually gain access to one of the most abusable assassination missions in order to gain a lot of money real quick. Because what you'll find is, you'll find set assassination missions to be easy to gain money with, and you will probably stick to these assassination missions just to earn the money. So go to Assassination Gig 3, and this one is a bit of a tricky one. This isn't the easy one I was talking about, where you need to use your wrestling moves only to take down enemies. Now, if you continuously tap the melee button on these guys, it won't work. But I'll talk about that more when we get to it, because I don't think I cut out the travel to there, because we haven't really been there for an assassination mission yet. Trust me, I start cutting out quite a bit of this traveling nonsense, because you don't need to see too much of this traveling nonsense as time goes on in the playthrough, you know, folks? Like, I'm going to cut it out later on in this part where I'm doing the next assassination mission, because there's no point in you guys seeing that. Let's face it. But yeah, it's still strange why... I don't understand why they try to do a city overworld sort of thing other than padding, because there's nothing here. I mean, at least in GTA, at least you have tons and tons of things to do in the city, and that makes the overworld worth an overworld, you know? Assassin's Creed, you have tons and tons of things to do in that, even though Assassin's Creed is a bit more of a boring example. I'm not a big fan of the Assassin's Creed games. Never have been. They just don't do it for me, you know? But anyway, now we've gone back to the stadium. We're inside this arena where we fought the second boss of the game, and like I said, we need to do wrestling moves only. We cannot kill people using the beam katana, which makes it really weird that he allows us to, you know, that he turns on the beam katana before the mission, but I digress. But anyway, as you can see by here, doing a normal melee attack will do nothing. So what you need to do is hold down the button in order to charge up your melee attack a little bit, so then you can take this guy down. Now, even though this doesn't wipe out all of these goons' healths to 0, what you will find is, god damn, this guy's awkward. There we go. What you'll find is they will still die instantaneously, so the game does give us a little leeway so we don't have to repeatedly knock these guys out, you know? Which I'm thankful for. But the big problem with this mission is, because you have to charge up your melee attack a little bit, it can be a bit awkward just to knock these goons down, because they tend to clip you before you get a chance to clip them. So it's sort of like a weird timing mini game where you have to time the right time to push the B button, and it can be a bit awkward, you know, that's all I'm saying. And one thing that really annoys me about this is, whenever you're doing these wrestling moves to take out enemies, you will knock out any enemies that are nearby the enemies you've killed with the move as well, so they'll be knocked to the ground. And because we can't use our beam katana, we cannot kill any enemies that are knocked to the ground until they get up, so we need to just wait there awkwardly until they stand back up, and it's a bit more, no, just get up, you fool, stop trying to fight me and fight me. But yeah, this is a pretty easy mission, all things considered, you know, there's not many enemies to deal with, and they go down quickly enough. There's more than enough time to take them all out, I believe. Well, not all of them, but after a while, basically it doesn't go on for too long. That's the main thing I'm trying to get to here, you know, folks. It's a very short mission. Just try and get as high score as possible. Make sure you get at least a silver rank. And I'm not exactly sure what the requirements for the silver rank in this mission are, but I believe if you get over 10, or you should get, if you get around 6, I assume that'll be good enough. So there we go. With that done and dusted, got 11 kills, yay, and 33 grand. Delicious. But yeah, with that now it's time to head on back to the Assassinations office and gain access to, like I was talking about earlier, one of the most abusable ones that gets money. Basically, you remember that one baseball set piece in our previous mission where we had to knock the ball through enemies? It's that. This mission is exactly that. You just whack the ball at the enemies, and if you can kill all the enemies in one swing, great. Money really quickly. Sometimes it'll take 2 swings, sometimes it'll take 3, but honestly, it's easy. You know, just knock them all out, and you'll get a crap ton of cash. You can't complain. Well, you can complain, but I'm not complaining. But anyway, with that, ladies and gentlemen, that's it for this part, so thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed. Don't be sheepish, people. When we return next time, we'll be taking on the 3rd normal mission of the game. So thanks for watching. I'll catch you all next time. Don't be sheepish. Bye!